Hey my scrappy friends, and welcome to my channel today. I'm a couple of days late with this share, but this one is for Scrap the Boys for March. This is the mood board and my page. The reason that it is late is because I was lucky enough to spend the long weekend here in Perth on a scrapbooking retreat. So I went Friday morning and I got home late yesterday afternoon, yesterday being Monday. Today is Tuesday. So I had the photos edited and all that kind of stuff, but I hadn't got the chance to do the voiceover. So what I'm showing you here is my cameo is causing me a little bit of grief. No matter what I seem to cut, it kind of jumps and tears a little bit. And I showed you a close-up really slow so that if you have had or are having a similar issue, you can see what I'm talking about and share any tips or tricks that you have discovered, because it's kind of driving me a bit crazy. What I've done, I was inspired by the mood board. If you've been following me a little while, you will know that one of my favorite color schemes is navy blue and light pink. So straight away that caught my eye. The quote says it's written in the stars and the moon, and I think I searched stars perhaps in the silhouette store, and I found this cut file, and it says my love for you was written in the stars. I showed you the photo that I'm scrapbooking today, and it is my boys, my little guys, at the wedding we went to at the end of October last year, all dressed up, ready to be page boys. Is that the right word? Whatever they do when they walk in before the bride and the groom, or the bride. So yeah, that's the photo that I'm scrapbooking today. I have, we are sponsored this month by Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and I did search through my stash for just the right colours and I couldn't find them. So my pink is a Dear Lizzie paper, and it is from Lucky Charm, and it's called This and That. And that navy blue cardstock is from the Chamel Glitter Girl Project Pad, and it's just navy cardstock. And it was just exactly the right colours, so that's what I've run with. I have pulled out my Midnight collection as well to work with, so that's what I'm going to embellish with. I'm doing a little bit of mixed media in the background, just in the form of splatters. Again, running with that whole idea of the sky, and I'm using a bunch of different Shimmers products. I've got a list of colours here. So that light blue that I use first is a Shimmers original called Colder Than Ice. I love that colour. It's absolutely stunning. The darker blue that I'm doing now is an Inklings Oaky Bear Blue. The gold that I'm going to use is also an Inklings, and it is Minor 49er. There is another lighter blue, I think. No, it's a blue-green colour, and it's called Blue Lagoon, but I'm not actually certain that I use it on this page. And then the pink that I use is Creamies, and it is called Piggy Pink. And I just like that kind of lifts the page. I do end up going back in as well, I think, with some white splatters, but I think that's at the very end. So I'm just using my paintbrush and splattering on the diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. I wanted to mount my blue cardstock on the pink just for a little bit of difference. Here everything is all dried. I wasn't sure which way I was going to have the cardstock in the end, so you can see I've now got the cardstock on the left hand side and the bottom, not the cardstock, the pattern paper, and that's the same one that I used to cut the cut file. I intentionally cut the cut file not in the center so that I could use the rest of the paper. I have put a couple of layers behind my photo using a light pink, I think the same pink again from that I've used on the cut file, and another navy blue, and you can see I've turned that twice more, and this is the configuration that I'm going to go with the strip on the right and at the bottom. Going to glue my cut file down. Now I I'm a bit hopeless and I get glue everywhere no matter what I do. So that's why I've got the packaging there, and why I'm using a piece of cardboard to smush my letters down so that I can catch any adhesive that smushes out from underneath what I'm sticking down. My whole cut file is stuck down now. I have only stuck added glue to like the center of the letters, so there is a bit of a little bit of texture. It's not much because these letters are so fine. I haven't moved them around too much. So you can see I am playing with some of these Cocoa Vanilla Midnight Collection embellishments. I do try desperately to get a floral in, and I feel like they're too big. I've got up the top above my photo 2 little tabs. One of them is 3 little love hearts, and one of them is a blue one that says take note. Didn't want to cover up too much of those words, so I'm just being careful where I'm sticking things. And now things are driving me insane, so I'm going to start sticking what I know I'm going to keep. So I'm happy with that like that. I'm going to bump my photo up with some cardboard. And then I was like, okay, so I've got these chipboard hearts. Let's see if I can use them. I don't know how I didn't use them when I got sent them, but I didn't. This is where I end up going with this, I think. I use those 2 little flowers. I use this circle floral piece just as an extra layer. Then I've got this offcut of a floral, and I decided to use that as like a corner on my photo, which I really like as well. So I'm just going to start sticking all my bits down. Adding things on top of my photo, between the layers, and just adding a bit of depth and interest. Not sure what I'm cutting there. Oh, I cut those corners so they were straight instead of on that pointy triangle. I'm going to try and get some leaves in again because I love them. They're beautiful. I'm pretty sure I don't get any leaves on this page. Trying to add more, and I'm like, I just really don't need to add too much more because I've got enough, which is unusual. That title takes up a whole heap of room on the page, so I think that's what it is. I'm going to add in a couple of more little floral pieces on the bottom left hand side of the photo here. This is more of that peachy colour. I'm going to try those leaves again. Well, this is a different flower. Another flower. And I'm like, okay, let's give these hearts a go. Now, because I've got the dark blue pattern paper cardstock as a background, I didn't want to add too much dark blue, so I'm going to play with these and add them in. I start with them in 3 places. And you can see, to my eye, the cardstock ephemera pieces, the ones with the white border, really stand out. So I do trim off the white border, which I showed you quickly there, and for me, the flow of the page is better. I prefer that. So I'm going to start sticking everything down. Just trying to make sure that nothing's going to get smushed too much. That is a technical term. I'm just going to add all those hearts in as well. And I end up, I'm pretty sure, with just the 2, like the 2 areas where the hearts are. I'm just going to rough up the edge of my cardstock here just for a bit more interest. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I tend to journal on every single page. Well, most of them. I don't think that I'm going to journal on this page. I think that the title sums it up for me, and there are going to be other photos of this same event in the same album, like all in a row. So I don't think that I need to say that we went to our friend's wedding and the boys got dressed up and it was really cute. To me, that's really obvious. I may be biased, but I do believe they are very cute, and they just look adorable dressed up. But I think that what I will do, and I may use the same photo, is another page around their outfits. The brides got me to pick their clothes for them and gave me not a lot of direction, but enough direction that I was totally stumped for quite a while. But I'm really happy with the outfits that they ended up in. I thought they looked super cute. They looked a bit hipster. And yeah, so I may use the same photo to tell a different story. I just gave you a close-up. That is my page completed. I really like how this one came together. Having that big cut file as the main focus next to my photo, I think really helps the page come together when you're not being fussy with, you know, this flower and that flower. Oh, the last thing I added as well was some enamel dots. I used a couple of different Coco Vanilla Studio collections for that. So make sure you head over to the Scrap the Boys blog to upload your take